Hello from Tennessee. So I wanted to do a follow-up video on one I did recently last week, which was watch enthusiast versus collector. And I've got a couple good comments on it that I'm going to share in a minute. And I thought it'd be good just to revisit because I'm not sure if I articulated my point well. And so to summarize, what I was contending was that a collector is somebody who acquires watches and considers them like an appreciating asset and then eventually sells for profit, I was implying. And then enthusiast, I was trying to indicate it's somebody who really enjoys and loves watches. And the other thing I was thinking too is like, I think there's a community aspect to the enthusiast versus the collector too as well. And I think, like I was trying to say, I think we oftentimes lump the two together, in which maybe that's the appropriate thing to do. But what I was trying to get at is like, if you're defining yourself as one, how do you define yourself? I think if you use both words together, I think that's probably where a lot of people are going to fall. And so let me share a couple comments from you. The first one was from Moss Marb. Okay. He or she said, entirely disagree on the definition of collector. I think there is much less distinction between the two terms. Don't necessarily disagree with that. I call myself a collector, but a collector with strong themes behind the collection who enjoys the research behind those themes almost as much as buying the next watch. In about 40 years of collecting, I have sold precisely one watch. So this person right here knows who he is, how he collects, and he has defined how he approaches the hobby, which you can't disagree. You can't disagree with that. My buddy Johnny, he chimed in and he indicated, in my mind, you can be both. Again, don't disagree. I have been collecting vintage watches for years, and I have a deep core collection, but I've flipped watches also. Some to friends that were looking for certain watches, and some I didn't connect with. I'm also an enthusiast. I appreciate the newer watches, new colorways, new strap options, and case materials. Now I'm starting to really dig micro brands. And thanks to YouTuber like you, we can experience a lot of watches through videos. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. So again, don't disagree with any of that. And lastly, my buddy Hector, Winding Crowns, great YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. He does good stuff, and his counts are soaring too. He's been at it a while. He's a hardworking man. What Hector said was, collector, a person who collects things of a specific type, professionally or as a hobby. I'm definitely both a collector and enthusiast. I guess we start amassing watches and collections because we are watch enthusiasts. We start as enthusiasts, but then become collectors by default. I think that is probably, I think out of those comments, and as I kind of think about this more, I think that's where I kind of fall actually, because when you start collecting, you have no clue, you have no compass, you don't know what you like, you're excited, and you buy a lot of things. And then you can go one of two ways. You can either just keep everything and have a ridiculous amount of watches and then just ending up sending them to Random Rob to sell if you didn't happen to see he had a Black Friday sale with 31 watches, all from one person. So that's an interesting breakaway right there too as well, because is that person a collector, an enthusiast, or I don't know what. So that might be another topic right there. Just came to me, but But I think what Hector said too as well is I guess we all start amassing watches as a collection. And then so we're starting as enthusiasts, but we become collectors because I think we start to refine what we like and so forth too as well. So that's it. Just a little bit of a ramble. Wanted to shout out to some of the individuals who are watching me and commenting. I appreciate you more than you know. And as always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Take care, everybody.